And as always, we have to tell you where to get interactive. It's on our social media handles, Facebook, JoyNews on TV. You can also watch us live through My Joy Online TV, which is a regular channel on YouTube. Mama V is here, all looking blackish and bluish and beautiful as always. Good morning to you. How was your last 12 hours? Did you sleep well? Not too much sleep, I think. It's normal.
I still have a deficit.
Yeah.
I am.
You're always going to have a lot of...
But I think it was slightly better last night.
Done before.
Yeah.
Right.
Not reading messages yesterday. I think... Yes. And right now, I don't want to get used to the fact that I get accusations, but I want to apologize. But let me start reading.
Who accuses you? Our viewers.
Lots of our friends watching us this morning. Please don't take it personal. I don't have any personal issues against you. But here's one that says, hello, Roland. I want to say a very good morning to the people of East Gonja District, Salaga, Pembe. And also, we just lost a brother who's working at Ghana National Fire Service at Damongo on Saturday, Mahama Iliasu. RIP, the people of Bembe will forever miss you. Okay, that's from Ewun Toma Mahama Salihu from Bembe sending this message. Yeah, we heard about the fireman who lost his life in a strange situation. We hope that the police will be able to get to the bottom of it. He was found dead on his farm. And this is not a normal situation. But let's do the newspapers, shall we? Kindly send me messages, regular text messages and WhatsApp messages. The Daily Graphic newspaper front page, 3 former ministers face CID over alleged double salary issue. 3 children found dead in salon car. Talk about bizarre stories. This is one of them. Children went to church on Sunday, did not return, only for them to be found Monday morning at the back of somebody's vehicle, and were told certain parts, body parts, were missing, but children found dead in the process. There was an incident, a similar one that happened somewhere in the Volta region. We'll get to a bit of details in the story for you, but this is the banner headline, front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper: foreign labeled goods flat shops. So some of the food products, and I don't know if we have the opportunity for you to see what is on the front page of the paper, but some of the food products captured on the shelves in various shops displayed on the front page of the paper. So they are foreign label. Okay, but when you say foreign labeled goods flat in the shops, okay, that story is on page 3. So some supermarkets and mother care shops in Accra and its outskirts are selling food and baby product labeled in Chinese and Spanish in contravention of the law. Okay, so I get it. So Roland, I was going to buy toothpastes. There's a particular brand that I buy, and then I realize at a particular shelf, like all the products were in some kind of language. I'm not sure if it was Spanish. I think Spanish maybe. And I was wondering, no English on the label.
It's an affront. It's an affront to our
because this is like a very popular supermarket.
And that is where the Standards Authority and the Food and Drugs Authority come in.
This is where the graphic is coming from this morning.
Yeah. And it's not the first time we've said this, especially on the show, and we've talked about.
But this one is so glaring, you know, they're really doing it. Really doing it.
And we're doing nothing about it.
In some of the serious supermarkets.
And they come through the ports too.
Yeah.
Go.
So some of the items may contain substances that may trigger allergic reactions. It is important for consumers to have full knowledge of their contents in the language they understand before patronizing them. So while the products on the shelves at Citidia, a retail chain with 13 supermarkets in Ghana, include pasta, chicken soup, bottled asparagus, bottled Chinese salad, pickled scallion, and they give you names of a lot of the products. They also talk about those of China Mall on the Spintex Road, mainly non-food chicken or kitchen items. So during a visit to the Central Business District of Accra last Monday and yesterday, the Daily Graphic found Amalina Mother Care, for example, stocked with baby cots that have Chinese manuals that might make it difficult to assemble the cots. In some mother care shops in the CBD, there were toys, baby wipes and diapers, all with Chinese labels. Fantastic observation, detailed accounts there in the Daily Graphic newspaper. We all go to the market, we all go to the shops, and we have seen this. The paper is bringing this to the attention. If the authorities, they say they haven't seen it, then the Daily Graphic has
there are even drinks, alcoholic beverages, that have some of these.
So they've got evidence of some of the things that they discovered.
Chendao. You know Chendao? Chendao beer? Chendao.
Which that?
Don't know Chendao.
So what is in there?
It's a normal beer.
But that's the problem. How do you know the things
in
in whatever product that you're buying? But this is illegal. This is not supposed to be happening.
No,
right?
It's not supposed to be on the market.
So where is it?
In which the people in the market basically cannot read the language.
Yeah, and this is it. Because the Graphic has done this story,
they are going to
don't be surprised to see a team from FDA, Standards Authority,
go do some
whatever it is,
mock-up exercises.
Pretend that they are working really, and they're going to go out and either confiscate or whatever. But why should it be a newspaper report before you act? That's the question, because these supermarkets, they are not hidden. If anybody could go anywhere and see them, then you, as an authority, should be able to also see it and stop it, really. Page 16, 3 former ministers of the erstwhile NDC government yesterday appeared before the Criminal Investigations Department of the Ghana Police Service in connection with allegations that they had received double salaries. In an interview in Accra, the Director General of the CID, DCOP Mameya Tiwa Adodankwa, did not give the names of those involved, but said they had been divided into 3 groups, with each batch scheduled to appear on a specific time and day. So the first group includes certain MPs, the second comprises those who are no longer in Parliament, while the last batch includes those who are still MPs and were ministers in the previous administration. So per the arrangement, she said another batch of 3 former ministers was scheduled to appear on a specific date. Now, here's what I can tell you. I know, for instance, that Imusa Fuseni, who was a former roads minister but also a sitting member of Parliament, appeared yesterday. I think one of the things that he said was the fact that the CID is in the midst of this. Why the CID? I think that's one of the questions, that the issues that he was raising, really. Let me finish off before I go to the back page. On page 3, the bizarre story of 3 children, young children, who were discovered on the back of a vehicle, somebody's private vehicle, dead. After they went to church yesterday, they could not be found after church on Sunday, and then they were found on Monday after they went missing. Story says that 3 children from the same family were yesterday found dead in a private vehicle near their church. So it's in the Elmina in the central region. The mood of the residents of the fishing community was that of sadness as they wailed when the 3 children were found dead in the car. And their names have been given, 6, 5, and 3. Those are their ages. They were said to have attended church service last Sunday morning unaccompanied by an adult at the family Maker Church, but failed to return home. The church service was held in one of the classrooms of the District Community Junior High School near the District Magistrate Court, which is 400 meters from the children's family house. So accounts of the death, as it's being narrated by the PRO of the Central Regional Police Command, Assistant Superintendent of Police, Mrs. Irene Opon. You can, and then there's a bit about the autopsy as well. You can read all about the accounts in the Daily Graphic newspaper. So there's the vehicle, 2 pictures of the children who have died. Mami Akia, who is 6, and Fifi is 5. Pictures of the 2 in the paper. Really, really sad, tragic story. Back page of the Daily Graphic. Cabinet approves plan to address flooding for good. Cocoa Life presents pruners to 447 cocoa communities. So yesterday, Patricia Gasu was on a tour with the Works and Housing Minister, Samuel Atachia. He was visiting places that are flood prone. And so going on a tour in some places, we understand there's some works ongoing in some of the places that he visited. We just hope really that this actually turns out to be something positive, that we're not just visiting and not doing anything in places where there's nothing happening, because we know that the raining season is coming. The reason this tour happened yesterday. So we really hope that we'll be able to avert any major disasters this year.
Yeah, definitely. You're done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's look at the Ghanaian Times. It has on the front page, Ghana will maintain stronger partnership with the United Kingdom. And we know the president is attending a Commonwealth meeting. But let's look at mayhem at Amasama and Ewutu Breku. Angry youth attack herbalist, police, vandalized vehicle, 5 arrested so far. The story is on page 3 of the Ghanaian Times. It says there was pandemonium at Kataponie, Amasaman in the Ghana West Municipal Assembly when angry youth attacked a herbalist and police patrol team last Sunday evening. The youth vandalized a police patrol vehicle and pelted the personnel with stones when they arrived in the area to rescue a herbalist, Togbi Agama, who had been attacked by the youth. 5 people, including a woman, who was reported have been arrested by the police in connection with a riot. Okay, and the story is there, so you just have to get a copy of the paper and get to know what really is happening. Other story: 7 die in road crash at Udia, and the story is on page 17. It says 7 persons died in a fatal crash on Sunday afternoon at Udia on the Takwa Bogosu Road, and we know that already the Ministry of Information, they have come out with a statement that the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has approved an action plan compiled by the Ministers of the Interior, Transport and Roads to deal with the upsurge of road accidents in the country. And according to the press release by Deputy Information Minister Perry Okudzeto, the 3-pronged approach will involve education, enforcement and engineering. The education approach plans is to resource the Ghana, that's the National Road Safety Commission, to scale up public education. And so they're going to have an additional budget of some 6.5 million Ghana cities, and those will be sourced from the road fund. The second approach is to deal with road accidents as stated in an action plan, which will involve enforcement of road traffic laws by the Ghana Police Service through spot fines, and this will be done through automated processes. And then they're going to partner various towing companies across the country and the Nationwide Traffic Management and Enforcement Limited to vigorously enforce regulations on the roads. Well, I hope that this will come to fruition after all. But as always, Ghana, we wait when the issues happen before we take action. So let's see how it goes. Just like we talked about the foods and then the products that are on the shelves of various retail stores and markets without proper labeling. We speak English. We write English. We read English.
Yeah.
But we have Chinese labels, Spanish labels, Scandinavian labels. We have Eastern European labels, that is Ukrainian, Estonian, you have Russian.
If you've made any such observations, please send us. Let us know where you've observed what. The Daily Graphic, I think, has done a fantastic job by citing some of the places and the things they've seen in the stores. So if you've observed anything anywhere in any shop where the label is completely in a language that you could not understand, please send it to our WhatsApp platform and our text and text us as well. You're through with the Times?
Yeah, I think I'm through with the Times.
Okay, so let me just read. Okay, please, if you send me messages and they're a bit insulting, I won't be able to share. Let's just keep it clean. No matter what you're saying to whoever, you can keep it clean, devoid of insults. This one says, being defeated is often a temporary condition. Giving up is what makes it permanent. And it's coming from our friend Abdullah Abdul Razak, General in Lamashugo in Tamale. Should be sending the messages so Roland can use it as his motivational messages. Thank you, Abdul Razak. Malik Kentamli says police said no parts of the deceased children were missing as earlier reported. Okay, I'll have to get into that bit of it, but you can also read the Daily Graphics accounts. This one says, why will I buy a product which has an inscription that I can't read and understand?
Oh.
Now that the graphic reported it, expects the relevant authorities moving in shame. Good morning. Mama Guy and Papa Ro. Jolali and Nyasa in Avadakwa. I have a Mama Guy in my house, so my sister is Mama Guy, so I will forever remain Mama V. Thank you very much for your message. This one says, okay, thank you. My regards to the people of Kwame Danso in B. I'm specially inviting you to my wedding on the 5th of May, 2018. Ameniam Pon Dennis, congratulations ahead of your wedding. Is on the 5th of May this year. Congratulations to you. We wish you well.
Wow.
I wish we could make a commitment and say we can be there. This one says, okay, Eden Mauko Mankata and Evelyn Duffier, happy birthday to you. Message coming from Edward Mankata in Wa, aka Kata One, sending this wish. This one says, good morning. My name is Prince from Wa. Hey, you're saying that I've been a mom and a lady to walk. I'm expecting your music collaboration one of these days. Well, thank you very much.
Do we have the voice to sing?
I don't know. I don't. So I'm being Roland's mother on the show. Okay, this is not bad, is it? Okay, we'll come back to more of your messages, but let's do the Finder newspaper. Front page of the Finder now. 592 perish in 3 months, as many as 3,343 others sustain injuries in road carnage. And I guess it's following the figures and what we've been recording. I mean, head-on collisions, it's almost like a weekly or daily occurrence, if not weekly, really. And it's really, really horrible on our roads. It's very scary driving these days. So this is the figure, and these are human beings at the center of this. Stories in the Finder newspaper. Let's do a bit of the other stories on the front page. President Akufo-Addo meets UK Labour Party leader. AMA begins re-evaluation of all properties. Police convicts 1,197 drivers in first quarter and 4 nominated to Supreme Courts. Okay, so page 2. A total of 592 commuters perished, while 3,343 were injured in road traffic crashes in the first quarter of 2018. The dead are made of 439 males and 153 females. 11.7% increase in deaths. The figures that the paper is reporting, so the number of people killed represent 11.7% increase over the 530 commuters who died in the same period in 2017. And then 11.32% increase in injured persons as well. 198 pedestrians killed. 13.31% rise in motorcycle accidents as well. So the number of motorcycles involved in road traffic crashes increased from 829 in the first quarter of 2017, and we are now at 956, same period in 2018. 2,214 private vehicles involved in the crashes, and then 2,175 commercial vehicles involved. So the comparison is first quarter 2017 and first quarter 2018. These are huge figures, but I say that it's human beings that we're talking about. Okay, so police convict the 1,197 drivers in first quarter. That story also says a total of 19 drivers have been jailed for varying durations, while a bench warrant has been issued for 61 others for committing various road traffic offences in the first quarter of 2018. Our friend DSP Alexander Obeying, a picture of him, and he's the person, given details of this to the Finder newspaper. You want to read and find out what constitutes, what kind of offence that could send you to jail, because 19 drivers have been jailed and we all should be concerned and figure out what. But just the final one, Roland, before you come in, I want to go to page 18 on the 4 nominated to the Supreme Court. It says 2 Court of Appeal judges and 2 legal practitioners have been approved for promotion to the Supreme Court. Credible sources have said the nomination of Justices Samuel K. Mafo Sau and Mrs. Agnes M.A. Doji, both Court of Appeal judges, as well as Nene Amegache, former Ghana Bar Association President, and Professor Ni Ashikote, was approved by the Council of State. Nomination of a Supreme Court judge is done. Okay, details of that. So this is what the finder is reporting, that these 4 have been nominated to the Supreme Court. I guess we'll get to know more in the coming days, but you can read all about it, including the President's meeting with the Labour leader in the UK, all in the final newspaper of today. Roland?
All right, so let's go to a double salary saga. Mavi brought you, gave you a gist of what that story has featured in the other newspapers she's already looked at. We have Ghanaians okay with MPP according to survey. And have you looked at that this morning?
Which one is that?
It's nearly 50% of Ghanaians in a recent survey expressed their satisfaction with the Kufuor administration and reiterated. We're told that there was an Afrobarometer. Yes, and it was conducted in September last year.
They would vote for Nana Kufuor, but he would not get the 50+ one.
I'll get 49, yeah. Still, okay. So, radio journalist stabbed to death, Portia Jewa Kodie.
In Ghana?
In Ghana. And it says one of the best-known community radio personalities in the Ashanti region, Portia Jewa Kodie, has been stabbed to death at her home. The lead female broadcaster of Des FM was killed in a room in the Bentles House Green Annex building at the Bekwai suburb of Nyamidriase over the weekend. Her blood-stained body was discovered at about 6 p.m. Sunday by her neighbors. The general manager of the station said to told the police, and the body of the 28-year-old broadcaster, mother of 1, has since been deposited at the hospital pending autopsy. And you still don't know what may have killed her.
Wow. And
how she died, etc. Mayor grabs Eye Center for Kumasi, and you have a picture there of the mayor of KMA, that's the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly, or Sayasi Beintri. Let's go to the center spread. There's a news one pull out. Patupa. Patupa is there. You have a picture there of Patapa. Patupa. But a gray.
Was a virginity.
Patapa has responded. He says, my VGMA suit is not big. Patupa, Patapa.
He likes it. You know, it's not everybody that likes, you know,
the slim fits in
exactly.
That kind of thing, yeah.
That's how I like it, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of cute, but I know not every guy likes to wear it like that. Yeah.
Right.
But I don't know. Can I see that picture again? Can you put it on the screen again for me to see? Let's assess it. Well, I mean, he's slim, right? Patapa is not big. Usually, the slim guys don't wear it too big.
Yeah, but the hip life, you know, hip hop, you know, they like it big with the tufista.
No, but he's not a hip hop artist, is he?
No, he's Patupa artist. One corner. Over to Gray. What is it?
So, you know, Miss G asked him what he was rocking. On the red carpet. Okay, that's it.
And it says Patapa has...
That's my man. Wait, that's it.
Patupa.
Yeah. Except he didn't say who he was rocking, though.
Yeah, but he had an interview with Miss G, so we can...
Yes, and then,
let's bring that up and see.
Miss G asked the question,
we can bring that up.
Patapa, you're looking very good. What do you call this, your design? Very, very beautiful design.
Okay,
and you yank a fancy. Where's your line? So then, Abba.
Oh, it's like.
Tell one. Then I will.
Taligana for Sana.
Okay.
Total cheat.
You
You know, he lost that category to Total Cheat. That's the title of the song that Fancy Gadam used.
So it's total cheat?
I'm not saying that. I love Fancy Gadam, so I'm a big fan of Fancy Gadam.
No, I mean, apart from the fact, I mean, it's based on something, so you've got to
vote. I think yesterday we clarified
that. You can't just go out.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, I was expecting Patapaa to like organize a press conference yesterday, Monday, or even Tuesday. It's not too late, like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m.
He said that he doesn't agree.
Yeah, and then make your point and put statistics and things like, you know, and say that when you did the whatever, like 1 million or
it all
whatever
comes to
of your
management.
people
If you have the
voted.
right management around you, I guess they'll get to advise you.
So you cannot understand why you should lose. You know, like you put some figures on the table, but you're not giving us anything.
And still keep your name afloat.
Missy asked what he's rocking, and then
so since the one corner, which other song? I think he's had one or two other songs, right? They've just not been as popular.
But even the video, the one with Papi Kojo and Izzy with
he only has a line there, right?
But I want to he was rapping or
Patupa.
I mean, what was there?
Okay, so we have other stories there. The Center Spread News one pull out. TV3 blames Chatterhouse over transmission brouhaha. He says TV3 has in a statement explained brief disruption in his live coverage and indirectly blame. Okay, so it's the Daily Guide that is indirectly trying to connect that.
No, it's their interpretation.
Okay. It says the statement said the disruption was caused by a lost feed from the event organizers, Chatterhouse, who produced the show. Okay.
But those who watched on DSTV also said at that particular time there was no break in transmission.
So
I don't know. Was it one source that both were picking from?
But you all pick from one source because the production will be one, so you all pick from one source.
Okay. But maybe
their ports. You know, maybe the ports that they were picking it from.
I still insist though that anything could trigger any lost in transmission. I still wouldn't read any negative meaning into it. It happened.
And yesterday there was news circulating
Shattamichi.
So it's there as well.
Shattamichi and Shattawale.
And those on social media say, Oya Zenibio wants to keep the name afloat. But I love Shattawale. That's why he's in the business of showbiz.
But the fact that somebody's been beaten in the process, this more sounds like domestic violence.
Was she?
Well, with the picture that she posted.
What did you say?
Again, it's the interpretation that people put to. I mean, it's not like she gave you a full sentence of exactly what has happened. But I tell you what, some back stuff that I know, and with relationships. How many of you have not broken up with the people that you say you love so many times and gotten back together? So as for somebody's breakup on and off, is their own private matter. It's a bit about the beating that I'm not so clear of, but I'm sure Shattamichi is a very exposed woman. If she has indeed been beaten, I'm sure she knows that there's an authority where she can report to. Oh,
Shattamichi.
I beg you, if Shattawale has also been beaten or threatened with a knife, has been chased or has been slapped, I'm sure he also knows where to go to.
And who will do that?
I'm just saying. We're going to quickly go online.
I can't imagine.
Why are you pushing me?
I can't imagine. I know. We've all been reading all the things that have happened. But I think they've been put there for purpose. And they seem to be getting the traction.
But I don't know. Why if this is really true, if this is really what is happening in their lives, why would they want to play it out there? Knowing that you guys are lovebirds. You definitely come back together. So why do you want to put it all out there? And then when you come back together, how do you want people to see you? I don't know. Okay, so let's read messages. Cornelius in Navrungo says, please wish my sister Irene Apag, and I hope that I got the pronunciation well. Happy birthday. So Irene, you are in Tamale. It's your birthday today. It's from your brother Cornelius, who's wishing you a happy birthday today. This one says, the discovery of these children should be a wake-up call to the security agent to go the extra mile to unravel the syndicate engaged in this criminal activity.
And that story, we have that story from Richard Kujanyako.
Yes, yes. MyJoyNews.com, real quick. Stop attacking Afrobarometer report. Analysts advise politicians. So that's the survey that you're talking about. 2 governance analysts have advised politicians bastardizing the September 2017 Afrobarometer report.
Is a politician?
I
think it's the NDC, Babs.
To analyze the survey in totality. Let's quickly run through. Within Ghana's prison walls, the myth, the truth, and all. There's an audio viewed narrowly. You can accuse us of taking double salaries, but you can listen to what Haruna Idrisu said on myjoyonline.com in connection with this double salary. Is it a scandal? Is it a saga? Details there. UCC police partner to train CID personnel on forensic investigation. Britain is wrongly deporting Commonwealth nationals. This must stop now. And you can listen to the accounts of many people. Some have gotten apologies as well, you know, wrongful deportation or processes going to result in that. But let's run through this quickly. Police, others ordered to immediately enforce action plan to deal with road accidents. NDC would win hands down if we voted today. Kofi Adams, and this is in response directly to that Afrobarometer survey. The Fantastic Four tour Joy FM's Jolly Journeys. If you missed the tour, well, catch up with the photos on myjoyonline.com. And then Pia calls for Ekufuado's swift action on 2017 Ghost Project reports. Many stories on our page, myjoyonline.com. Let's finish up with a few of your messages, and we quickly have to run and make way for sports. This one says, Samuel Dagba from Danu, thank you very much for your comments. Matthew from Jasikan says, thank you for your good work. I'd like you to visit my school on a day and see things for yourselves. Well, tell me more about your school. Give us a bit of information. Walanyo in Akwetia, send a message. May your colleague journalists rest in perfect peace. This has to do with the lady radio analyst, radio presenter.
Yeah,
okay, in Kumasi, who in one of the papers is reported that she was found stabbed to death. This one says, Ivan in Teshi, thank you very much for the nice comment to us this morning. This one says, I want to know whether the confirmation of teachers require the collection of money. Last one, but we'll come back to the rest. Kindly tell the Control and Accountants General's Department to stop giving our phone numbers to the financial institutions. You wake up and your phone is flooded with unnecessary loan messages. Anaskasi in Obuasi. And on this cautionary note,
well, we have to make way for sports. Good morning to you, Lawson Jandu, my good brother. You're keeping the invitation open, so I'll come for Maya Claire and then Bobby Taddy. Definitely.
And Bobby.
Yeah, sharp.
It's been a long while.
Right. Get that school boys.
Yeah.
All right. So we're taking a break. Benedict also will be here with the latest. Good morning to you, Lawson.